Hey guys, what is up? It is Calvin, the love expert, back at it again with another brand new video for you guys. Now today we're going to be talking about the energy of love. Now, as you guys know by my channel and the many of videos that I've created, that I am the most
qualified expert to talk about this.
Okay, so basically I feel like the world kind of has this misunderstanding of what love is. And for me, what I've grown to learn love to be above everything else is an energy, because I've noticed lately, by the way, I'm recording this at the end of 2024. All right, if you guys don't know, I'm daily uploading every single day in 2025. I know I've said it every single video, but I just want to remind you guys to really let you know that I am and will be daily uploading every day for the rest of the year. So count on that shit. Anyways, my view of love has kind of shifted because I went through this crazy breakup at the end of 2023, and after that I thought I would never get that feeling of love again, that feeling of abundance, because I thought that that person was solely responsible for it. Not only that, but take it a level above that, I just thought any person could be responsible for it. Like, I thought I had to be dependent on someone else for that feeling, and if I never come across that person, then I'm never going to be feeling that energy of love ever again. Turns out I was wrong, because right now I'm completely single, not in a relationship, but I've been feeling kind of similar to the levels of love I did in a relationship, but I'm completely by myself, and yet I'm feeling that energy of love. So I wanted to make a video on this because I find it very interesting, because it made me realize that love above everything is an energy that can be found in many different things. Now, this past year I've really honed in on my passion of music, creating YouTube videos, just really a bunch of creative stuff that I've always wanted to do but have never exactly dedicated the time towards. But since I have throughout this last year, I felt a lot of abundance, because for me, I feel like the feelings of what I do always catches up like a year later after I do those things. So say I spend a whole year just releasing a bunch of music or doing a bunch of creative things I'm super proud of, chances are the effect of that won't really hit until like a year later. Then it's like, oh, I can look back at it and be like, wow, I'm really proud of that. So lately I think I've just been feeling a lot of that feeling, because I'm looking back at this past year and realizing how much I've done, mainly music, so that's what I primarily focus on. And I've just had a moment of like, man, like I'm proud that I was able to do that and dedicate myself to that, because if we're talking about love, like relationships and stuff, you have to dedicate to it. You have to be consistent with it. And a good way to kind of teach yourself this is to also be consistent with other things. Maybe you're taking care of a plant and you want to just be consistent with watering that plant every single day. Or like I said, if you have a passion, for me it's music. I pretty much work on music like absolutely every single day. So that in a sense you can kind of see as a relationship in a way, because I have this connection to it. I'm always coming back to it. You know, the good thing about music is that, you know, it can't dump me. It can't break up with me. You know, I can try to break up with it, but I'm always going to come back to it. So music is cool for me because it's one of those things that's always kind of there. It's good to have something like that too, because it creates a great sense of security. Like if I have this thing, this creative outlet that I know is always going to be there, and I know that's kind of my rock, then say I get into a relationship, which in a relationship it's kind of dependent on two people. You know, it's this mutual agreement essentially, you know, to go through with a relationship. So if one person leaves or whatever, it's not like, you know, your whole world falls apart, because you still have something to lean back on. And that's a very important thing, because I notice sometimes what happens in relationships, and we really romanticize this idea of this other person being our everything. Just we're gonna put all our time, all our energy towards them and nothing else, because that shows them how much we really love them, and that shows them how much we care. And it's just like, you're my entire world. Well, you know, to an extent you can do that in a healthy way, but be very careful that you don't throw other things you love out the window because of this. In my first relationship, I made this very terrible mistake. I kind of put everything else to the side. I made this person my world, but it sucked, because then it meant when that relationship ended, I had to kind of build everything from scratch, and I had to find myself again and figure that out, right? Which big mistake is, even when I was going into that relationship, I was still kind of figuring out who I was. So it's kind of a slippery slope. Also, being in a relationship, it's hard to balance those things. So you really want to make sure you have a lot to fall back on if you are about to get into a relationship or whatever. But like I said, this video is just mainly about the energy of love as a whole, not just in relationships, just love everywhere. Again, I talked about love creatively and what you do. You find love in friends and family and all that. You know, the people that build you up. Love is literally so much greater than just like this one thing, like, you know, relationship love, you know, that kind of love, like romantic love, whatever. Like, it's such this great thing. But the cool thing is that when you have love coming from all those other places, if you ever do get into a romantic relationship, relationship, those areas of love will just naturally pour into you and therefore pour out into that relationship. So you'll just be oozing love, just kind of effortlessly, and that's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, this video is a bit short. I just really wanted to cover that and say that love can be found absolutely everywhere, but if you find love in other things, outside like romantic love, whatever, if you ever do find a relationship, those things will naturally pour into it to such a heavy extent that it will make the relationship blossom. That shit will flourish just like a fucking cactus. What? But anyways, that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep up with my daily uploading, you can feel free to like, you can feel free to subscribe, you can feel free to unsubscribe, dislike, leave a comment. I don't care. Do what you want. But I'm just very grateful that you've taken the time out of your day to stop by and watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. I drop all kinds of content of I don't even fucking know what. But yeah, I love making these videos. So I hope you guys get something out of them. Anyways, love you guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your day / night. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.